All right, today we're going to find out the 5 worst things about the Richmond Art Museum. So one of the disadvantages to the Richmond Art Museum is some of the art collection is actually in hallways versus nice square rooms. They do have a few square rooms, but I'd say half the collection is in these narrow hallways, so you don't really get the ability to stand back really far from the work and then come up close, because sometimes that's an appeal to a lot of different artworks. It's a very small collection, so I think if you're just for a quick afternoon in Richmond, it's kind of a nice small collection. If you go to some of the bigger museums, it can be overwhelming. It's just too much to see in one setting. So this is nice. You can see it quickly in about an hour or less, so you can really kind of walk through really quick. So that's really cool that they have that. I would say they could do, probably 3 is a better job of having a better collection as far as wider range. It is limited on its space, so it's nice that they're focused on regional artists, but at the same time you want to see kind of a representative kind of the world of art in a way. So a lot of focus on traditional art, still lifes, flowers, landscapes, some portraiture, but nothing really modern, I would say. No pop art. There was kind of one artist that did impressionist painting, so very limited as far as the modern art world impact on Richmond. They have the auditorium closed, so that would say that's a negative. That would have been really cool to see the auditorium that's just in renovation, so hopefully they'll fix it. As well as the upstairs, they have a hallway upstairs that's closed off, so that would have been cool to see, but that's closed off for renovation right now. So one of the downsides would be there's not a lot of international art, so they just had a small Ming collection, one Russian artist, but mostly it's all local, regional art. Which can be a positive too. So there's number 2 great thing is they have regional art, so you get a little bit taste of what Indiana, Ohio kind of paints. They had some really great little toy sculptures, which there's a lot of antiques in Indiana, so you get a little bit of the history there. A couple of those items were on Antique Roadshow, so those are kind of famous, so that's kind of fun to see that. So one of the things I'll say about the Richmond Art Museum was they didn't really have a bookstore. They had a couple books for sale in the hallway. I think nowadays it's really a big challenge for a lot of art museums to sell any kind of books, because you can just buy straight from Amazon. And also a lot of people are just getting their art really from Instagram or Pinterest, so they don't really collect art books per se nowadays. Yeah, that's my take on the Richmond Art Museum.